Hi everyone. So this is part 2 of my Christmas in July, and you will find the part 1 in the playlist below called Christmas in July 2023. And I've obviously made the journal, and now I'm making 2 signatures for the journal because it's going to be like a flip flappy style, one flip flop flip flap. So I'm just trimming that down, measuring like how big I need my pages, and then I'm just going to trim down all the papers. So here I'm just organising some papers and some coffee dyed papers. I'm keeping the backs of my digital prints white and just adding some coffee dyed paper in alongside that. This creation is going to be for me for Christmas, so it'll be like my December daily. So here I ripped the paper, like I was ripping it anyway, but ripping it in half, but then I made a little boo-boo, so I rectified that using a little piece that I tore off from one of the pages. I just used it as some washi, like a 4 washi. So here I'm just going to organise how I want the pages inside the signature, and I'm keeping, I think I already mentioned that, I can't remember, I've had to edit this a dozen times because of the ice cream van that kept coming up and down the street. So I'm keeping the backs of the digitals white and just going to stencil on them, and I'm just, like I said, I'm just organising them and then just seeing which one I want where, because obviously there will be 2 signatures in this flip flop style journal. So I've got my wax linen thread and my big needle, and I always add a little bit more beeswax to it just because it's not waxy enough for me. So I'm just eyeballing where I'm punching the holes using the big needle. It's not a little tiny needle. You can use an awl if you prefer. I do have an awl, but I just prefer using the needle. And just get them signatures in. So I'm liking how that's looking so far. Then I decide to do something with the topper that I made in part 1. So I'm just gluing this envelope down. Then I'm going to trim the envelope from its length and from its width, because obviously I don't need it to be that big. I'm just creating, I was going to create just a pocket, but now I created like a belly band with it, so you can slide things in from either side, which you will see in a minute. And I did have I kind of had a fight with the envelope a couple of times, because I forgot to punch a little notch out before I glued it in. Then I forgot to put a little bit in the back, so that when I did punch the hole, the little notch for the pull, you would see a bit of designer paper, digital paper, sorry. And then I couldn't do it anyway, so it was a waste of time. So it was just a little bit of a pointless exercise, although it has strengthened the envelope up. So I'm just gluing my topper onto the envelope. So the envelope has actually got a top loading pocket, which is within the envelope, and then when I glue it down, as you'll see in a second, you've got the belly band effect behind it as well. Oh, that makes sense. Well, you'll see now, because that's where I'm gluing it, top and bottom, which leaves the two sides opened. So if I want to tuck something in from the left, I can, and if I want to tuck something in from the right, I can. I'm just using these little clips, they're like sewing clips, just to hold that down. And then I actually went off and made some dinner. And now I'm back. That was really quick, wasn't it? This is where I put in pockets. So you'll just see me putting in the pockets using little bits of paper that I had left over. So now I'm just doing a little bit of stenciling, just to, obviously, so it's just not completely white on the backs of the pages, and it's quite subtle. So I do that throughout the white pages. So that's me, done my signatures, sewn them in, done some stenciling, added some pockets, and that is part 2. Part 3 will be making tags and filling it with whatever I'm going to make to put inside it. So look out for part 3, which will be coming real soon. So if you have any questions, just ask, and thank you for watching. Bye.